Today we're in Valencia in Spain, and it's the Formula Winter Series, the second race of the season.
The second stop of the Formula Winter Series welcomes 15 young drivers that participate in this weekend's race. The track, Circuit Ricardo Tormo in Valencia, a racetrack with the highest FIA approvals.
Yeah, I just really love the flow of the track and it's awesome to drive. But it can be really scary through the times as well.
I love this track. The first time that I took a Formula was here, so it's a special track for me.
Saturday was all about practicing and testing for the Formula Winter Series teams. A great chance to get familiar with the track, their cars, and track limits for today's race day. A new driver to this series, Matteo Di Paolo, dominates the qualifying and secures pole position for the two upcoming races. He is not only new to the series, but an absolute F4 rookie and only drove karts before.
At the beginning a bit tough because my first qualifying in single-seaters, so it's all different from karting. But it went good. We found the pace that we had all these days. Very happy with the result.
The Italian driver Di Paolo from Campos Racing is a strong opponent for the experienced Kacper Stuka, who took a clean sweep of victories in Jerez. In third position is Frederik Lund, in front of Gianmarco Pradel, who is in P4. Ricky Liu concludes the top 5. The lights go green and issues arise for Patrick Hoitzenroder. He stalls the engine and falls from 6th of the grid to 15th. Hoitzenroder will have to work his way up from the back of the field. Meanwhile, Stuka is almost pushed to the grass by Di Paolo and stays behind the Campos Racing driver. Lund is right behind them in P3. Pradel drops to 5th but gets back to 4th as quickly. A lot of great fights are in this first race. Isaac Barashi tries to overtake Tina Larissa Hausmann and gets on the grass. He does pass, running wide through turn 2 and 3 and gets to P10, passing also Maximiliano Restrepo. Stuka stays close to Di Paolo, controlling the gap. The fastest lap so far is from the Polish driver. A lot of pressure for the Italian in P1. Due to a significant amount of damage, Hoitzenroder and Hausmann have to pit. In the meantime, Barashi serves his drive-through penalty and ends up in P12. Hausmann and Hoitzenroder find themselves in 13th and 14th position after exiting the pit. The checkered flag is in sight as well as the first win for Di Paolo. He withstands the pressure from Stuka, who gets P2. Lund concludes the podium.
The start was really good, but I just stayed in 3rd place throughout the whole race.
Nerea Marti works her way up from 9th on the grid to P6.
This race I could overtake some positions, so it's positive. So happy and keep working for this year.
The track is hot from the Spanish sun, 21 degrees of ready-to-drive tarmac. A great time to start the second race in Valencia. Again, pole position is reserved for Di Paolo. Behind him is an US racing trio with Stuka, Pradel and Lund. And it is race time. A shocking incident at the beginning. Di Paolo stalls the engine at the very front. An open door for Stuka, who seizes the chance to get P1. A car goes spinning. It is Carl Bennett in turn 1, colliding with Hoitzenroder. Miraculously, the field manages to avoid him. In a team battle, Lund gets in front of Pradel. Even though the start of the race was far from ideal for Di Paolo, he has not lost his fighting spirit. In Valencia, it is very difficult to overtake. Nevertheless, he does not miss any opportunity to pass the cars in front. A safety car has been deployed. Hausmann's car is stranded. She has the car moving again, but has stopped a second time, this time definitively. An unfortunate race day for the Swiss driver. After this delay, the race only resumes for a handful of laps before a second spin for Bennett happens after a fight for 10th position with Hoitzenroder. The stranded car requires a third safety car. Stuka keeps the lead. Following his poor start, Di Paolo works his way back to P7. He benefits from each safety car phase, as this always pushes him to the next bunch. He is closing in on Nerea Marti and manages to pass his Campos teammate. The top 5 is in sight. The Italian is not far from the podium. Now De Paulo and Liu put pressure on Juan Cota Alonso. De Paulo takes the opportunity to pass Liu and takes over 5th position. What a battle! Before the Italian can make any further progress, a 4th safety car is being deployed for Restrepo and Barashi, who both come to a halt out on track. The clock ultimately ticks to 0 before racing can begin again. That means there is an us racing 1, 2, 3. Stuka in front, followed by Lund and Pradel. De Paulo ends up in 5th. Still a brilliant race from him on a world-class level. Truly the man of the race. Kacper Stuka extended his championship lead in the inaugural season of the Formula Winter Series with a 2nd place finish and a victory at the Circuit Ricardo Tormo. Next stop for the Formula Winter Series, Navarra.